Hi, good afternoon. It's time to bring you all the latest in the world of sports. Now, a reason has been given to why a Ghana referee was banned for life by FIFA, and Joseph Lamptey was banned by World Football Governing Body, FIFA, because match fixing was uncovered following irregular betting activity around the game. The revelation by Reuters, quoting anonymous sources from World Football Governing Body FIFA, suggests suspicion that Lamptey may have been influenced by betting syndicates. The official was found guilty of unlawfully influencing the match results after handling South Africa and Senegal in that particular penalty for a handball just before halftime and allowing a second goal in controversial circumstances from a quickly taking free kick soon after in a qualifying match for the 2018 finals in Russia. FIFA has not said who influenced Lamptey to help South Africa win that particular game, but the ban has been seen as a negative statement on the standard of officiating in Ghana. Meanwhile, South Africa, who benefited from Joseph Lamptey's poor decisions in the World Cup qualifier, have distanced themselves from the action and have expressly said the Ghanaian match official has to be held responsible for his actions. They revealed this in a statement. It has nothing to do with us. What we know is that we won the game and nothing else than that, and that is official. Looks like referee Joseph Lamptey has been left to deal with his own issues. Now, Ghana's search for a new coach is down to the final stretch after the Ghana Football Association search party pruned the list down to 3 after its sitting on Monday with interviews scheduled next week.
From over 100 applicants, there are only 3 standing. There is no Harry Redknapp, no Evie Renard because he simply didn't apply and won't leave Morocco, and none of the marquee names that were bandied around. Instead, there is former Black Stars captain and coach Kwesi Appiah, the former Bayern Munich star Willy Sagnol, and the current Cameroon coach Hugo Broos. Broos shot to continental prominence after leading Cameroon to their 5th Nations Cup title, beating Ghana in the process. But his presence on that shortlist raises curious questions. He is still in charge of Cameroon, so his chances of him turning up for the interview are suspiciously low. This, in all likelihood, will be a straight fight between Appiah and Sagnol. Appiah was Black Stars coach between March 2012 to July 2014, earning respect for guiding his side to the 2014 World Cup with stunning victories over Zambia and Egypt. He lost his job and much of his reputation, however, after a shambolic campaign that was ruined by player indiscipline, squabbles over money, and poor football. He has since been working in Sudan, quietly molding one of the country's emerging sides. Willy Sagnol, meanwhile, has not held a coaching job since 2016 when he ended a 2-year spell at Bordeaux. Before then, he was in charge of the French under-21 side and enjoyed a remarkable playing career with Bayern Munich and the French national team, for whom he played more than 50 times. His Bordeaux side played some thrilling football, but he was also embroiled in a major controversy after saying African players are powerful but suggested they lack intelligence and discipline. This is unlikely to count against him much. What he faces, though, is a formidable opponent in Appiah, with the calls for a local coach growing louder in some quarters.
All right, so that is it, but let's still remain on the African continent, and in the absence of club football, there are going to be some international games. Nigeria are going to be facing Senegal in a titanic international friendly, and Kenya also against the best African team of the year, according to CAF, in the other international friendly on the 23rd of March 2017. In some other games, Tunisia will come up against Cameroon. 2 giants of African football, Guinea versus Gabon. Morocco will also face Guinea-Bissau. Russia will host Ivory Coast, and they are still preparing for that World Cup they will be hosting. And then South Africa will also come up against Guinea-Bissau. Exactly, that is what we have for you in the world of sports with me, Thierry, here on Media Live. Standing by is Wendy Lai. She's going to be giving you the remainder of the news.
Thank you, Thierry. Enjoy the rest of your day. But let's look at international news now.
U.S. media reports say an aircraft cabin ban on large electronic devices was prompted by intelligence suggesting a terror threat to U.S.-bound flight. The tip-off was charged by the U.S. to be substantiated and credible. The U.S. and U.K. have announced new carry-on restrictions banning laptops on certain passenger flights. The so-called Islamic State group has been working on ways to smuggle explosives onto planes by hiding them in electronics. Inbound flights on 9 airlines operating out of 10 airports in 8 countries are subject to the U.S. Department of Homeland Security ban. Germany says it will deport 2 men born in the country but whose parents are foreign, the first such case in German history. The men, a 27-year-old Algerian and a 22-year-old Nigerian, were arrested last month on suspicion of planning a terror attack. A gun and a flag of the so-called Islamic State were found at their homes during police raids in the central city of Göttingen. But the men have never been charged. Lower Saxony Interior Minister Boris Pistorius said the deportations would take place as soon as possible and certainly before mid-April.